Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're diving into the world of electronics, you've probably seen this mysterious white board covered in holes. Yep, I'm talking about the breadboard. Today we're going to break it all down. What it is, how it works, and how you can start building circuits without soldering a single wire. Let's get into it. Firstly, what is a breadboard? A breadboard is a tool used to build and test electronic circuits without the need to solder. It's perfect for prototyping and learning because you can reuse the components and rewire things as much as you want. Fun fact, the term breadboard comes from the old days when people would literally build circuits on wooden bread cutting boards. Now let's look at the anatomy of a breadboard. Let's break down the breadboard layout. So the most standard breadboards have around 830 tie points. The main parts are the power rails, usually on the top and bottom, marked with red positive and blue negative lines. These are connected vertically and supply power across the board. Next we have the terminal strips. These are the two main areas in the middle. Holes in each row are electrically connected horizontally in groups of 5. We also have a groove in the center. This separates the two halves and is used to fit ICs, that is integrated circuits, neatly. Think of it like Lego for circuits. Plug in components, connect jumpers, and boom, you are building real electronics. As shown in the picture, all of the power rails are connected horizontally with long strips inside the board. Similarly, terminal strips are connected vertically. Here, when you insert a wire or component leg into a hole, it's connected to everything else in that row or column, depending on whether it's the terminal strip or the power rail. We will understand the functioning more clearly when we start working on actual projects. Here are some tips. So use color-coded jumper wires like red for power, black for ground to stay organized. For complex circuits, sketch a layout first or use a simulator like Tinkercad. And watch out for loose connections. It's a common beginner mistake. And don't worry if things don't work the first time. Troubleshooting is a huge part of learning electronics. Let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. While plugging in components, don't plug them into wrong rows and don't forget to connect ground rails across the board. Using a power supply with too high voltage will fry your board and components, so refrain and try not to use too high voltage. Breadboards are awesome for prototyping but not always ideal for final builds. Over time, connections can get loose and they can't handle high frequency circuits very well. So some alternatives are perf boards for semi-permanent builds or use custom PCBs for polished projects. So there you have it, your ultimate beginner's guide to breadboards. See you in next videos.